my degree. It's a very expensive piece of paper. If we accidentally poke ourselves with a penknife or scald ourselves with a heat gun, it's just another day. So this is where I work. When people ask me what I do, I tell them I stick stickers on cars. What I actually do is I stick vinyl wraps and paint protection film on vehicles. People actually do DIY themselves, but sometimes they actually do scratch the chrome trims of the windows. I'm able to ensure that I don't damage their paint at all.
Tsuri, can you come here for a sec?
Yep. Can we ask them to print this one separately in case? Maybe you can scale that down slightly smaller. When I was studying for my degree, I used to be doing what my designer does. I studied communication design. Initially, I was hoping that I could go into fine arts, but of course, it's a bit difficult to earn money, so my mom egged me on to do communication design instead, to pursue a more stable path. The kind of design that I do is imaging design, which is somewhere between graphic and advertising design. Going through the course, I started to realize that I might not like design as much as I thought I did. So after graduating, I went on to do very different things. I was in the field of marketing for about 4 years. My role back then was to work with other companies to run marketing campaigns and manage social media accounts. So I had to come up with new content that I need to post. So back then it was very stressful because I had to ensure that the posts that I created had to meet certain targets. I took on the marketing job because a friend introduced me, so I just took it on as it was the most convenient and it put food on the table. But I did not enjoy it at all. When it comes to climbing the corporate ladder, there are a lot of factors that I cannot control. Some of them include office politics. I start to think why every morning I have to commute to work doing something that I don't want to do. So I decided to quit without having a plan. So after I quit my full-time job, most definitely I was worried that my income would drop to zero. I picked up some freelance marketing and design projects on the side. That was just mainly so that I was able to pay next month's bills. I would say I earned about like 50% lesser compared to my corporate job.
When she sat me down and told me that she really wanted to quit her job, definitely worries. I was an entrepreneur. I have several projects running. Sometimes they do very well. Certain seasons are pretty bad. So one of the concerns that I have was that if she has no stable income one day, and let's say business is not doing well for me, there is no income to fall back on. So from the beginning, I saw a chance for me to make money from automotive business. I think it's a boys kind of thing. Like I've always liked cars since I was young. So when the opportunity came about, I was very excited to invest.
Why did you decide to do this together?
She went with the flow actually. I just told her there's this thing that we're going to go into, and then she says pretty cool and she wants to
Because he got
involve.
like the confidence, he got the smarts and everything for it, right? Then like, okay lah, I trust him lah, right? So I also want to grow my money, right? So when we first started this business, I was handling the marketing side of things because this was my expertise. So one day after finishing my marketing work, I saw my staff working alone. So I decided to go down and give him some moral support. Every day, I'll just go down and ask him, hey, what are you doing today? I was kind of learning and watching how he does stuff. And then I will ask him more technical things like, how do you hold a squeegee? How do you know where to cut? How do you know how to fold it? Unknowingly, I started to pick up It was just like out of curiosity. So the very first job that I did on my own was the roof of a car. Usually, if you're just starting out, it's easier if there's somebody assisting you, holding the wrap for you as you install the roof. But at that time, the car has a very small roof. So after learning and observing for like a month, I kind of plucked up enough courage. I reckon I could do it myself. I wanted to surprise my staff. So when he went out for lunch, I started to do it on my own. It's kind of like a little test for myself. It was at first quite daunting. I just did my thing with everything that he taught me. When he came back for lunch about 1 hour later, he was surprised that I managed to do it on my own. It was only after that I felt a very big sense of accomplishment and I felt like, hey, maybe this is something that I could pursue. Generally in this industry, if you look at overseas, they have courses, they have workshops and stuff. Unfortunately, we lack that in Singapore. So usually we learn on the job itself from other more experienced crew members. If not, we will go online and find out how we should do certain things. So for this car, it's the first time I'm actually wrapping this particular model. Every car is different. The way I will install it would also be a different approach. So for this case, the more challenging part would be in the recess area over here. I cannot make any mistakes, so I need to be able to know which way to stretch the material, how to work the material that fits to that car. It's a very male-dominated industry. So initially, when I started posting on TikTok, I had very negative comments. So they will say things like, oh, I will never let a girl touch my car. I feel that there might be lesser women in this line as compared to men for various number of reasons. Firstly, because if you're working in a workshop, it's going to be very dirty. Things can get messy. Health is also an issue because it's quite labor intensive, it's quite taxing on the body. How I manage a muscle ache through work? Just really grind and work through it. When accidents happen on the job, like if we accidentally poke ourselves with a penknife or scald ourselves with a heat gun, it's just another day, just like spray some alcohol on it and then just get back to work. I do have one scar. I was cleaning the interior door. I kind of smashed my wrist against that mechanism on the inside. The worst accident that happened to me, I was trying to change the blade. So as I did this, to cut off that little segment, I snapped the blade off. The blade kind of bounced back and like stabbed into 2 of my knuckles. So there was blood like on the floor and stuff.
Oh my god!
Hello!
Hello!
How do you like?
Oh my god, so nice!
You got a matching phone case.
Actually, I was doing some research in TikTok and also Instagram for a very reliable company to do my car wrapping. Some of her videos actually came out, and then after realizing that she's one of the only female rapper who does rapping in Singapore, it got me attracted. She's actually very cool. To actually see the full makeover, it's really superb and very nice. Very happy.
This is your key. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I'm not doing something related to my degree. It's a very expensive piece of paper. I wouldn't say it's useless to me. In the case of me needing to find another job, at least I still have that qualification to get me through that door. Compared to a corporate job, I like mostly everything about this job. It can be very tiring, but it's a lot more fulfilling. It's just more suited to what I like. I like the freedom. I like the ability to see the actual improvements in my own personal skills. I really like how I am able to see the customers' reaction. They're so happy. They're smiling from year to year. It brings a lot of joy to me as well.